The Hungarian Minister of Foreign Affairs Peter Siyarto spoke of a possibility of deploying Hungarian troops in the Ukraine. The Hungarian Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that Budapest had developed military emergency scenarios to protect the large diaspora in the Transcarpathian region of the Ukraine known as Zakarpattia. At the same time, Minister Peter Siyarto stressed that his country would like to avoid the development of events according to such scenarios. Scenarios of a military emergency have been prepared in our country. It is in our interest that peace be established in the eastern Ukraine as soon as possible, because then we will be able to avoid dangerous scenarios prepared in order to save and protect the 150,000 Hungarians living in Zakarpattia, he said. Since the breakup of the Soviet Union, the Hungarian government has been actively re-establishing relations with the Zakarpattia ethnic Hungarians, providing funding for the language and educational programs and institutions, salaries for teachers, and supporting Hungarian language media and community leaders. In recent years, Ukrainian authorities began expressing displeasure with such activities, which culminated in a diplomatic standoff caused by the alleged issuance of Hungarian passports in Zakarpattia. The situation in Zakarpattia is currently calm on the surface, although the core issues remain the same, with an addition of multiple complaints about extensive searches that ethnic Hungarians are subjected to when crossing the border, as well as an increased migration of young educated ethnic Hungarians from the Ukraine to the EU, and more fears about the limitations on the use of the Hungarian language after the Ukrainian parliament passed the discriminating law on ensuring the functioning of the Ukrainian as the state language. Also, the young ethnic Hungarians are massively refusing to be drafted to fight in the eastern Ukraine. The representatives of the Hungarian community insist that the officials' attitude towards the Hungarian minority has become openly hostile in all aspects of life. The 10% minority population prerequisite for the establishment of the right to utilize a minority language was recently changed to 37%. That deprived many settlements of being recognized as bilingual communities, effectively denying them their basic human rights and impeding their freedom of expression. The ethnic minorities see such actions by the Ukrainian government as a deliberate attempt to assimilate all minorities, eradicating all languages and cultures that are not Ukrainian. The disagreements between Hungary and the Ukraine over the Hungarian minority rights will continue. The root causes of the problems persist, and neither side has proposed any tangible solutions so far. The Hungarian government has always insisted that it will continue its support to the Zakarpattia Hungarians, especially funding the educational and cultural programs. Now, as it turns out, Hungary is ready to do a lot more to protect its compatriots in the Ukraine from mobilization, humanitarian catastrophe, persecution by the authorities and neo-Nazis. An added benefit to the Hungarians would be the fact that the elimination of the Kiev regime in this region will automatically remove Zakarpattia from the target list of the Russian special military operation. That was the view from the Red Corner. Thanks for watching.